Hey guys, today is November the 2nd of 2017, and I want to go over a few markets and go over something I'm noticing on the indices. So please pause the video and read the video disclaimer. I've been watching different markets and I'm noticing a pattern, and I wanted to show you some things that I believe that this is the kind of mindset that W, D. Gann had. In one of his writings, he talks about major time cycles. Everything moves in cycles as a result of the natural law of action and reaction. By study of the past, I have discovered what cycles repeat in the future. There must always be a major and a minor, a greater and a lesser, a positive and a negative. In order to be accurate in forecasting the future, you must know the major cycles. The most money is made when fast moves and extreme fluctuations occur at the end of a major cycles. I have experimented and compared past markets in order to locate the major and minor cycles and determine in what years the cycles repeat in the future. After years of research and practical tests, I have discovered that the following cycles are the most reliable to use. And he starts off with the 10-year cycle. The most important cycle of forecasting is the cycle of around 10 years. Fluctuations of about the same nature occur, which produce extreme highs or low every 10 years. Stocks work out important tops and bottoms very close to the even 10-year cycle. Although at times bottoms or tops come out around 10 and a half to 11 years in extreme markets. We're in extreme markets on the indices, and I want to show you what I'm looking. And he continues, 10-year cycles equals 120 months. We divide this, he continues, you could pause this and read this section right here. I just don't want to waste too much time on that. So, I've been studying his cycles, and the two markets I've noticed that hit already 10-year cycles is the uranium. If you look at my past videos, you could look all that up. There's one called W. Gann Uranium 10-year cycle. You can look at that up. And this is the URA, and but this is not 10 years. This is an ETF that recently has just maybe 7. It's not too old compared to the uranium sector. We got a low here of 1030. I've been doing some calculations, and that looks pretty promising as a swing low. I'm still betting on November the 15th, but we're close. And I had a price target of 1174 all the way to 1163. And we're getting closer. We made a low. The lowest this thing has made is 1183. But if it doesn't make it down there and it just continues trending higher and it gets above this angle and gets all above the 100 moving average, then you know what? Maybe it came in early, and this looks promising. Doing some other calculations, this looks very promising if this is the swing low and it pushes higher. If it's a, cat bounce, dead cat bounce, that's how they say it, a dead cat bounce, and it bounces up and it comes down, then this is where I'm thinking the low could possibly be. And then I'll look and see price action and determine if I'm going to get into the swing play up. But I just wanted to show you that. The other 10-year cycle that I've noticed, and this is, I'm going to have to open it big and wide here. Let's see. No, let's go over here. Let's go the ES. Let's open this up. This is what W. Gann mindset is. You open the big picture. Month, get as much years you could get. TD Ameritrade, we got 20 years. And I just want you to just look at how I am looking at this chart. Don't worry about the day, just worry about the month. March, we made a high. Or the month was a high. It could be, it could be another day, but the monthly candle said it made a high here. We made a low. We made a low. It's like my computer's stuck here. Come on, TD Ameritrade. Don't make me look bad. Well, I guess it's making me look bad. There we go. We made a low in October. If you hear the pundits on CNBC and everybody talking, yeah, September, October, statistically, and it is true, the markets are very negative. October, remember that. July, October, we made a swing low. We shoot all the way up. This is a monthly chart. This is big time. This is big. We made a high in October of 2007 and then shoot down. March. You see a pattern there? Double again would have been like, March, October, March, October. And somehow here we just skyrocketed. Now this is all fluctuations. This, maybe you could pick here. Yeah, you can see, maybe you could find fractal patterns here. October, swing low here. July, April. So it was 1 month in front of March. So remember March? So it's close. 1 month ahead of April. Low, July, nothing common there. May. So you could do a statistical analysis and find out, where tops could be. And then it just shoots up. It looks like this was the high May. Somewhere around here. Looks like for New Year's, swing low, shoots up. And now we're here, and it's October. And now we just made November. This is going to be a little long video, but, maybe I could probably get it under 15. But if you can watch it, hit the save button and watch it later. You see that pattern? Now, if you look closely, so there's something in common about March and October of swing pivot lows, especially on the monthly chart. Now let's go into the daily. Let's go into the daily. Let's see, daily, 20 years back. It's a lot of data here. And this is the futures, this is the indices. So let's see, this swing high here was March 37. Okay, 27. So we kind of made a couple of lows here. Except July, we made one over here in October. And then the final swing low was March. Shot up. Continue going higher, and that that year was 2002. We go up. And guess what date this was of the high of 2007? Let's see. Let's close this up a little more. $10.11. $10.11 right there of 2007. That was the ES. Let's look at the NQ. Where I'm at on the NQ. That's the high there. Yeah, already 2007. Okay, 2007. Look at the high. Let me close this up so you guys can see this. So this was the low here of the NASDAQ daily, 10/9 of October 2002. Look at those candles, they're kind of funky. And then it shoots all the way up to this high, which is the 2007 market top, and then it shoots down into this crash. But look at the date that the NASDAQ put a high. November 11th. November 1, 2007. So from here, 10 years out, yesterday was the 10-year cycle. Made a low here in March. Remember I said keep an eye on March, October. So this is what WD Gann will look at. This is not using Astro. This is not using numerology. This is not using power numbers, anything. This is just using seasonality. What does the market do in the past? And where does it top out? So could this be a possible top? From here all the way over here. 10-year cycle? I don't know. And that's November 1st, right there. Got to keep an eye on that candle and see if price action could continue going higher. If it goes higher and pushes higher, then it could be that the 10-year cycle becomes a dud. If it doesn't, keep an eye on the indices, because this could be a possible top. And I am just going by what the teacher W. Gann taught with his analysis, the 10-year cycle. On the uranium, it hasn't panned out as I thought, but I am still watching it because you know what? Prices are just consolidating. The 10-year cycle kicked in July, and the futures are just kind of just stagnant. So it's waiting for something. And if the 10-year cycle is going to kick in, some people think, well, that's really precise. It could happen. It could happen on the same day. The top, like the 2007 high on the NASDAQ was 11.1. It could happen that, the top is in the market is in yesterday. Or that it fluctuates and just gets really volatile on the top and then eventually turns over. Or, the 10-year cycle doesn't work out. The market wants to go higher. So I just wanted to show you that's the mindset that WD Gann will kind of see the markets. And that's not even using indicators or technical now, just nothing. Just looking at the month, the date, and analyzing the cycles that he has analyzed and he has put out on his paper. Let's look at the YM, the Dow. Just curious, see what the Dow has. Well, obviously, this is the November 1st candle, and it's the high right now. It's the high. I was looking at CNBC yesterday, and all the pundits and all the talkers and everybody was like, we could go higher. Yellen spoke yesterday, that everything looks good. Man, everybody's so positive and everything, and you could never know if they're going to pull the rug right under us. What was the high? It was 10.11. 10.11 right there. The low was on 3/6 March. Remember March? Remember October? Another thing I came across is that sometimes things happen. 7 is like a negative year. Normally it has a downside. So the year is not over. So that's another thing you want to, tidbit you want to keep an eye on. The market is going to be opening up soon. So I just wanted to show you that. A little educational video. Read WD Gann's, books and manuals. And just kind of remember the stuff that he writes and just see if you could just find it in the markets. He has a 7-year cycle, 5-year cycle, minor cycles, rules for future cycles, and he gives you all these rules. And if you're a student, these are the things you look for. And there's other stuff that he's done, but this is more the simple stuff that you could use. And if a 10-year cycle kicked in, then you know what? I want to keep an eye on it. So I'm watching the indices. If I see this thing start slipping and we can take that high out on November 1st, because that's the actual 10-year cycle point on the NASDAQ to the day. So I want to see how we're going to behave towards the end of this year. If we blow this top out and we continue pushing higher, then you know what? I'll keep watching it, but it may not pan out for the 10-year cycle. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll keep you posted on my other thoughts on the markets and what I see using WD Gann's technique.